Hey guys, Dan from Ricardo's Detail Garage. We are down in our brand new warehouse facility in Yatala. Today, want to walk you through just what to expect when you bring your car down and get it detailed with us, some of the products and some of the process that we go through. So let's have a look. So let's take a look at this BMW X3 that's been brought in for its protection package. So this particular car required a bit of extra paint correction. So there's two sides to a ceramic coating. One is the preparation stage, which is where we do our paint correction, which refers to machine polishing and buffing to correct the paint, to get the paint to a nice glossy shine and that nice clear paintwork to the point that you're happy with. Then we lock that in with the ceramic coating. We put that glass shield around it. So essentially with this car here, what we've elected to do is actually do a bit more than what we normally do on a package. So our standard process for every single package, what you would expect with us, is that we will at a minimum do a full wash on the car. We do a decontamination stage to rip off and remove anything that's sort of lodged onto the paintwork, including a clay bar process to smooth the paintwork out. And then we get the machine buffer and go over it to enhance the paintwork and to shine it up at a very minimum. Every single car gets this treatment. So the difference with this car is that because of its age and the wear on the car, there's a bit of a swirl that it's actually built up into the paintwork, causing a bit of that dullness to appear and that little bit of spider webbing. So the owner's like, oh, I want that fixed before we do that. So what we elected to do with this one is that we're actually going to run over with a more aggressive pad to remove the swirl. But this is something to take very close note of, especially when dealing with different detailers, because there's different levels of experience and understanding with the pads and the polishes. Is that this particular pad here, while it will remove the big defect and it will improve the shine, it will actually leave behind a small trail. So what will happen is that if we just did it with this pad alone, then we took it out in the sunlight, you'll see a little bit of a haze over here, especially on a dark colored car. You've got to be very, very careful with that. Pick your color tones and pick your cars correctly. So if it was a white colored car, you'd probably get away with it. If it's a dark colored tone car, you really need to pay attention to it because you might have that ugly haze and that what we call a buffing trail going through the paintwork. So what we need to do once we've gone over it with an aggressive polish, so not aggressive polish, like a bit of a medium compound that we've used here, with an aggressive pad to refine that, to remove that swirl. We will then go over it with something that's very nice and soft to then remove the imperfections, the small imperfections that this pad has left back in there. So that will finish it down to restore that nice gloss and that clarity back into the paintwork to ensure that we don't have those ugly buffing trails. That way it makes the car really enjoyable. When the sun hits it, just pierce through it and you get that beautiful clarity. So in this particular case here, what we're doing is our standard package. So, and we're also including the wheel faces and we're also including the windscreen. So in this particular case, we've got our Fireball Devil's Blood coating. So this is an awesome entry-level coating. One of the big pluses with the Devil's Blood from Fireball is that it's the actual amount of glass content that's in the bottle. So an industry standard is average between about 70 to 80% actual glass that's in the bottle, the makeup of the product. Fireball Devil's Blood starts at, I think it's at 80, 85, 86%. So already it's got a really nice high glass content and it's just an entry grade coating. So it's a 3-year option. It provides an awesome level of UV protection, gives it excellent protection with like your bird poo and your bat poo, but without having that, not have to pay the premium for like a high grade long-term protection. In this particular case with this X3, this car is going to be spending a lot of time outside. So the owner was really concerned to make sure that he had protection on there to ensure that the paintwork didn't fall apart. But he also wants to make it easy to clean and makes it enjoyable as well. So that's a great way of doing it without breaking the bank. We can do it really cost effectively, get some great protection on there, give him a peace of mind for at least a few years, but ensure that his car, the paintwork retains its value, that BMW value. Whatever that might mean to some people, I guess. But we can see that the paintwork's still in really good order, so we can retain that and make that look really nice and restore that as well. After that, what we've done is that we're then going to go and use the Fireball Talon on the wheel. So essentially, you can't usually use, depending on the coatings, but you can't usually use the same coating on the paintwork that you would on the wheels. The wheels are a very high heat area, and all the coatings do slightly different things. Talon is engineered to be able to withstand up to 800 degrees in temperature. So it makes it a great option for the wheels, makes them really nice and easy to clean. If you ever had a European car, especially BMWs, your Audis, your VWs, the brake dust can be something that can be a real pain in the backside. So having a wheel coating will just make it so much easier to maintain the car. And because that's one of the big benefits of having a ceramic coating is you often get around about a 50% reduction in your wash time. So it's making, while the car will be glossy and shiny and self-cleaning, and all these benefits and protected with, bird poos, bat poos, UV, it's also enjoyable because it makes it a lot easier to maintain the car because you don't have to spend so much time washing it. It's just a lot easier to clean. So that's one of the big benefits there. Once we've done the wheels, we're then going to turn our attention to the glass shield. This is just the cool, fun stuff. So yeah, you get water spot reduction, makes it easy to clean and all that jazz. But the real fun part is when you hit rain. If you ever had Rain-X on your windscreen, this is like Rain-X on steroids. Rain-X will last a few weeks, maybe a month. This will last months to a couple of years. So glass shield from Fireball will last 1 to 2 years. And basically, so when you hit the rain, instead of using the wiper, just hit the gas a bit and it comes up. We've had cases of people on the freeway, even on Fraser Island, pouring down rain on the beach, and the water just comes off the windscreen without any wipers. So really, really cool, fun stuff. So that's just a bit of a glimpse inside to some of the products that we use and that we rely on to deliver some phenomenal results, but to ensure the cars are actually protected, and that way you get long-lasting shine out of your cars, and it keeps that new car look for years to come. So if you've got something that you want protected and you want to make it look awesome again, come down and see us. We're down here in Yatala. Love to see what we can do for you.